Hi, I'm Steve, AD4XT. Welcome to Ham Radio Portable and welcome to Field Day 2025. We're going to have a good one this year, so stick with me and I'll explain this new boonie cap I'm wearing. Let's ride into the park here, Ellersley Park, and let's see if anything's changed. Nice little ride up the hill here. But what I always enjoy seeing is this observation tower. This thing is awesome, and they put it on the top of the tallest hill here. Let's jump out and take a look at that. This thing is really neat. Let's walk up the hill here and take a look at it. It's located on the highest point in this park, on top of a hill. And if you walk over here, you can see there's the lodge down that way, bathrooms, and the usual area that we operate down that way. So no antennas up here. This thing is quite neat. I've been up it a couple of times. It's open to the public. You just open the door and you got this spiral staircase. And I think the last time I went up it, I counted 79 or 80 steps, something like that. But I'm not going to do that today because that will just scrub off too much energy. That's pretty high. Maybe we'll do a video with a HT or something from the top of it. That's for another day. But today is field day, so let's ride on in and see who's here early. Coming down the hill here, you've got nice restrooms. There is the lodge. It's going to be a surprise for this year. An upgrade from what we have done in the past. Let me ride on around this curve and I'll explain that to you. That's the gazebo that we normally get, picnic shelter. It does fine, and they give us all the property from that gazebo all the way to the other side. But we are in Georgia and it gets hot. Kind of affected participation in the past, so we've got all this property. We've got antennas to put up in this area. And we've got plenty of room to spread out. So let me get back on the hilltop and explain what's going on. Okay, this boonie head I'm wearing here is actually a first place prize in the Georgia Parks on the Air event we participated in. Jamie, K4JDK, and myself went out roving in the low power category, and I don't know if you can see that, but we got a couple of these with a nice patch with our call signs on them. You know, at field day, you got to have something to keep that sun off of you, and I've got it now, so good deal. Just wanted to explain the new cap. My mother-in-law used to say it's a sad dog that doesn't wag his own tail, so hey, we worked hard for this one. Anyways, it's field day. Let's get started. I'm standing in front of the whole area that we have for field day. The park is still open to the public, but we've got a little area to put our antenna ropes and things in. Behind me, right over on the other side of that black car, is the picnic shelter that we normally use for the last couple of years. This Ellersley Park up here in Harris County, Georgia, has really been good to us and provided a great place to do radio. But the heat is always a problem in Georgia, so let me show you what we have done as far as an upgrade. This right here is what they call the lodge. And we've looked at it a couple of years in a row. It's much more expensive to rent. It's got a nice air conditioner set up for little small parties and birthday parties and such like that. So we got together and said, hey, let's do field day from in there. We're running auxiliary power, everything else. It'll keep us cool, maybe help participation and everything. There's nothing wrong with AC in Georgia. So it's early. It's time to hang some antennas in the trees. Another look at the picnic shelter that we won't be using. Beautiful lake here. Spin around here and look at our facility. Boy, this is going to be nice this year. I can't wait to operate from the AC. That's going to be nice. But anyways, I've got to get over to that end, and a couple more people show up. We're using those trees to put up an antenna. So they're hollering, so let me head that way. We are about 2 hours into field day, and I thought I'd walk down here to the CW station. He's right behind me. The CW guys preferred to keep the antenna that they've always been using, so they didn't want to move into the lodge down there with us with their station. They wanted to stay in the trailer. So let's go down there and talk to them. I believe why they wanted to stay in their trailer is we had such a good location over here to get the antenna preference for them, this extended ZEP antenna. Man, this thing is up a good 60, 70 foot. We've got it stretched out between two huge treetops. And there's also room over here where we've got them another antenna, I think a 20-meter inverted V over here, just separate, so they can switch back and forth. Anyways, they like it. We've got networking going back towards the lodge, so all three computers can be linked up. Let's go in there and talk to the king of CW, Mr. John, K4BAI. We'll just barge in on him. Hey, this is Bane.
Yeah, it sure is.
K-A-L-B-Q.
Roger that.
Good to see you.
Okay,
I'm gonna sit down here.
Thanks, yeah. Take the video.
Yeah, there we go.
Now let's try the security. You need to go somewhere?
I just want to feel how warm it is, or cold. I'm cold in here.
Mr. John, what is going on in the CW trailer today?
Well, we're having fun.
You're having fun? It looks like you've got a different...
We've only worked 20 meters today, and 20 meters is pretty good. We've got a choice between two antennas on 20 meters. One of them oriented north and south, and one of them oriented east and west. So by this switch here, we can switch. If they don't hear us with one antenna, we can switch to the other antenna.
Okay, you've got another young lady in here. I didn't say, who is this?
Ringo.
W4DMY.
Yes, sir.
You've upgraded you into the big CW trailer now.
I think so.
You got somebody calling? No, that's the last one you called. W4EZ.
W4EZ. Now hit his call. F5?
Yeah. Now F2 for the exchange.
They are so automated in here with their push buttons, but they still got to use their ears. How have y'all been doing today?
Got off to a little slow start, but it's been pretty steady.
We had a slow start because of some trouble with networking, and actually eventually we gave up networking, so we're not networked. But and then we had some problems with RFI, which we eventually cured with a ferrite, so we have no RFI anymore. And otherwise, everything's fine.
Well, we've had our challenges down there. A lot of it is just the noise echoing with people talking.
Oh,
But we had to move an antenna also, but so we've had
noise from what?
just audible noise, people talking.
Oh,
Yeah.
yes.
Yeah.
Well, you can solve that with a headset, but then not everybody can.
Yeah, that's. Well, that was interesting hearing about how they're doing down here. They're down here all by themselves, the very outer limits of our circle here. Actually, they're just using a car to drive back to the restroom. So, yeah. And then they're not interfering. I don't even think they're having to use any bandpass filters. They're just so far on the outer edge. And last year, we was all down in this area here on the right, all the way down to the gazebo. But it's been so hot, and we figured that was affecting participation, so we've made a change for this year. So let's go down there and take a look at that. So this is what they call the lodge here, and since the temperatures are so hot in Georgia, we elected to give this a try this year. But the only problem is you don't see any trees anywhere close. That was one thing we had to overcome, but the club has so much coax that we had to make some long runs. You see these trees way down here. We put a ZS6 BKW antenna in the tops going across that way, and used about 200 feet of coax coming back to one of these windows. And the digital station is using a tree way down here, using an end-fed half wave up into that tree, and that's another 150 feet away, maybe 200. Some long coax runs, but the club's got the coax, and we used it. This right here in front of us is to get on the air station, the go-to station, and I think we've got a 6-meter buddy pole, homemade buddy pole there for the 6-meter station. Did I call that? This is the go-to station that handles everything they want to operate on, and they've got a good little crowd. So let's walk on inside and see if we can show you what we got going this year. One thing's for sure, it's a lot cooler. Got a nice carport here we're going to use for setting up dinner here in about another hour. This place is pretty. This lake and all. This is a view from the back porch, and we've closed off the other doors to have one entry door and make that the back door, so we won't have so many open at one time and lose the air conditioner. But this place has been really good. Let's walk on. Got a nice deck out here, but we, like everywhere else, dodging some rain showers. Let's go on in and see what it looks like. And when it's cool in here, folks will gather. Folks will gather.
And all that lands there is practically with
Lots of good conversation. Is anybody hot in here? No, nobody's hot. What about last year?
Radio's hot, but not us.
All right, okay. Good accommodations in here this year. We got the information station, and we got a proclamation from the mayor of today being set aside for field day. So I'll play that in a second. Set up for eating and rooms. But let's look at some of the stations here. This right here is the Get on the Air station. And y'all are operating on 40 meters. Okay, making any contacts?
Got a few.
Cool. All right, put them in the log. We've got the computers synced together using N1MM this year, so hope that's working. I know the CW station lost their link, but they're not worried about it. It comes up and down. So, Get on the Air. We use a different call sign for this. Other than our W4CVY, you need to use a different call, so all those are free calls. We got a 6-meter station over here in the corner. We had to learn how to run coax and run to Home Depot and buy some insulation to close on the windows. And we had to put the digital station and the sideband station all together. We've got,
Your call sign, please.
Chris, tell us how it's going here on your digital station. Slow?
31 contacts since started at 2 o'clock. So
Okay.
With your
It's
call
going.
sign, please.
slowly but surely, got Hawaii.
Hawaii? Well, that's good.
Got
Does that map show you all your contacts?
most of them. A lot of the yellows, and then purples of when I've gotten multiples in there.
Okay.
So I got Cuba
Are these sideband guys bothering you
all the time.
all the time? They make a lot of racket over here.
CQ Field Day. CQ Field Day. This is W4CVY.
Tell you,
CQ Field Day. CQ Field Day. This is W4CVY. CQ Field Day. CQ Field Day. This is
okay, I will not
W4CVY.
interrupt them. They're pretty busy. And I'll step on out of here. But this facility's nice. Got our air conditioning
CQ Field
and
Day.
real bathrooms, so you can't beat it. Dinner times to come. Let's take a look at that proclamation that the mayor gave us.
Okay, cool. We wanted to get everybody together. As I said on the net the other night, the Columbus City Council had issued and the mayor had issued a proclamation, which I will read to you at this time. We had asked the mayor to come, but we was not able to get it on a schedule. So I just thought I'd read this out to everyone so that you understood what was said. So whereas the Columbus Amateur Radio Club with the Federal Communications Commission call sign of W4CVY has been serving the Chattahoochee Valley region for 69 years, having been founded in 1956. And whereas more than 100 volunteer members engage in regular exercises to practice skills in communicating with other radio operators around the world in fellowship and in times of need. And whereas the W4CVY organization and its volunteer members maintains 12 amateur band radio repeaters supporting the regional communication for fellowship and to support the community in times of emergency. And whereas W4CVY club members work closely with area emergency management services to provide independent radio communications to stand ready to assist the community during weather events, natural disaster, search and rescue, and other circumstances where auxiliary communication is needed. And whereas W4CVI will participate in the nationwide American Radio Relay League Field Day exercise, operating nationwide communications in simulated emergency conditions from 2 p.m. on June 28th to 2 p.m. on June 29th. Now, therefore, I, B.H. Skip Henderson, that's not me, that's our mayor, of Columbus, Georgia, do hereby proclaim Saturday, June 28th, 2025 as W4CVY Columbus Amateur Radio Club Day. And that's all signed. So, there you go. We had some copies of this made that I asked for from the mayor's office, and they very graciously provided those. One needs to go to Matt here as club president.
Thank you. Appreciate it.
Jamie, for all your work that you do here, we appreciate you a great deal. And we've got one for John Laney that I'll take up to him in the code in the CW booth. And then John Wingard, I've got one for the club record right here. So these are originals, so you can do whatever you wish with them. So thank you all very much. That's all I've got.
Thank you, Norm.
Sure.
QSL copy 3 Alpha South Texas Sierra Tango X-ray.
Yankee.
Copy 3 Alpha South Texas. Thank you. Good luck.
Thank you.
Victory.
QRZ.
CQ Field Day, CQ Field Day. This is Whiskey 4 Charlie Victor Yankee. Whiskey 4 Charlie Victor Yankee calling CQ Field Day.
Whiskey 5, Whiskey Tango Mike.
Whiskey 5, Whiskey Tango Mike. Please copy 3 Alpha Georgia, 3 Alpha Golf Alpha.
I copy 3 Alpha Georgia. Please copy 2 Alpha South Texas. Thank you for the contact.
Thank you, ma'am. 7-3. Have a good day. QRZ.
CQ Field Day, CQ
We
Field
got
Day.
the pros in here running the radio and the logging
calling CQ Field Day.
here on Sunday morning, so giving us overnighters a little break.
November 4, Bravo.
And we got our
Please
digital
copy 3 Alpha Georgia, 3 Alpha
Peoples
Golf Alpha.
here, and is the digital mode awake yet?
Kind of.
Kind of.
Not as good as it was last
Copy
night.
1, 2, 3
But-
Delta, 3 Delta.
Yeah, we come up with a different idea this year. We let somebody that's good at digital like Chris bring his own setup. We quit the
QRZ.
club radios and club computers because we'd spend hours working on it. So at least we're operating, no matter how fast or slow it is.
QSL 3 Alpha.
Okay, it is Sunday afternoon and our satellite guy's a little late, but he's still at the party.
Yeah.
This is Chris.
Hi there.
KQ4 RKS.
Yeah.
Tell us about your little satellite rig here.
So it starts with an Arrow 2 antenna, which is a really nice UHF VHF.
Is that a shorter
antenna.
version? That's shorter than what?
That's their 7-element version. That's their standard.
Okay.
There's a longer one called the Alaska, but
Okay.
I didn't get that one.
Maybe that's the one I've seen.
And then I got it mounted to just a regular camera tripod,
What is this here?
that is a 3D printed swivel, so that way I can change the polarity.
Man, that is so cool.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So just made out PETG for those who 3D print.
All right.
But that way it just it handles heat and wear well. Plus it's set up so
And doing all of this.
I can go up and it won't fall, but don't go the other direction because it may literally fall out of the cradle.
Okay. And the HT you're using is a
Yaesu FT5DR.
5DR?
Yep. So it's got a duplexer built into the antenna, so I can uplink and downlink at the same time using one radio.
Well, I'm going to get out of the way so I don't get hit with none of that RF.
Oh, it's not transmitting. It's just just receiving. Yeah.
All
Unfortunately, there's not a good satellite that we can communicate with right now at the moment. So
We're going to pretend that there is.
Okay.
Appreciate it, Chris.
Yep. Thanks.
And this here is my partner in crime on the Georgia Park contest.
Jamie K4JDK.
So he helped make it happen, and we got the boonie hats to show for it. We are at the part of field day that we're all been looking for, the end. I tell you, it's been hot in Georgia, and I tell you, I think my club is ruined now because we use this cabin here, air-conditioned cabin, and we've never had that before. So I think it's unanimous that we're going to try to be back in here for next year. So it's been a lot of fun. We made a bunch of contacts. I don't know it exactly. I'll put that somewhere down in this area here, and had a great time, great turnout. I think those that didn't come, when they hear about the air conditioning part of field day, that it'll get even bigger next year. Good facility. We appreciate the people at Harris County and Ellersley Park letting us use this facility. So hey, hope you got something out of this. and enjoy your field day wherever it is. I'm Steve, 84XT for Ham Radio Portable 73.